welcome to Daily Edition, your half-hour dose of pure rock and pop goodness to help you get through the day. We guarantee no nasty side effects, just pure audio-visual pleasure. So put your feet up, the cat out, your phone off the hook, because coming up... Kylie reveals her views on being sexy. Bon Jovi are ready to rock. And Mary Mary give gospel a makeover. All that's to come, served with a double helping of top tunes from the likes of Artful Dodger and DJ Sneak. So bin that remote and don't move an inch. But first, get your teeth into the juiciest celebrity gossip around with today's top stories. Eminem is facing up to the prospect of a long stretch in prison after he was charged on 2 counts following an incident outside a Detroit nightclub. The rapper pleaded not guilty yesterday on 2 charges of assault and carrying a concealed weapon following a brawl. The judge heard how the star had been told that his wife was at a bar with another man, so went there with a friend and supposedly found the couple kissing in a parking lot. Eminem then pulled out a gun, an unloaded 9mm pistol, and hit his wife's companion with it. The cops were called, and M, his wife, his friend, and an intoxicated onlooker insisted that he was the real Eminem were all arrested. However, in a letter to the press, Eminem's wife Kim painted a different story, claiming that she was at the bar with both male and female friends when the rapper came to check up on her, adding, "My husband has had no problem trying to make me look like an unfaithful wife." Clearly, the Eminem-Kim relationship is a volatile one, as the star acknowledged when we asked him about one of the most scathing tracks on his new album, which is actually about his wife.
I had that much rage, and it was so easy for me to do because I just pictured her standing in front of my face, you know, and we had split up, you know, and we were seeing other people and whatnot. We were, you know, seeing other people, and it upset me so bad that she was seeing somebody else that I just pictured her in my face, and me being able to scream at her like that and you know, really tell her how I felt, and, you know, made a plot to it. But it was so easy to do because that's like an outtake from one of our arguments that we have or something.
Eminem will return to court on July 11th, and if convicted, could face a possible 9 years behind bars. We'll keep you updated on what happens. Now, things haven't been going too well for Madonna recently. She currently claims that she can't find anywhere to live because despite being worth an estimated £130 million, London house prices are too high for her. On top of that, her latest movie, in which she stars opposite Rupert Everett as a woman who has a baby with a gay friend, has been slated by the critics. As one reviewer put it, Madonna can barely muster even the rudiments of human expression. And finally, to really round things off, the star had her house broken into whilst attending the UK premiere of the movie on Tuesday evening. Luckily, nothing of importance was stolen. Still, the stars at least came out for the movie premiere, where Madonna revealed despite the movie being about getting pregnant, she hadn't been thinking about having another baby at the time.
Not while I was making the film, because the two don't go together. It's very inconvenient to be pregnant when you're making a movie.
Let me ask you. You were in love when you were making the movie.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
In more movie news, the one not to miss out on the big screen this weekend is David Duchovny and Minnie Driver's unusual tale of romance, passion and heart transplants, Return to Me. But it's not just the unusual plot that's caught people's attention. The sizzling chemistry between the two leads has also raised a few eyebrows. So of course, we spoke to them both to get to the bottom of it and found out that it's all down to hard work.
It's lucky if you have it, and if you don't have it, you gotta make it. So that's your job. I mean, whenever I see actors that don't have chemistry, I think, you know, you gotta work harder. But, you know, Minnie was easy to play with in that way on screen. Did you go out with me?
Yes.
Is that a question?
No, it's a yes, yes.
Tomorrow night?
Yes.
8 o'clock?
Yes.
Pick you up here?
Yes.
Ah, you're a very difficult woman.
I think it's a good love story without being cheesy and overly romantic. And it's definitely, if a young boy wants to take a bird out, this one will win her over, for sure. You'll be taking home more than popcorn.
And finally, we all know that fame can do funny things to you, and there's plenty of eccentric pop stars out there who get up to some pretty strange behaviour. But it looks like Aqua have stolen the biscuit. It seems frontman Rene has got himself into a bit of trouble after playing around with a TV camera.
The story goes like this. We're having a photo shoot, and I was a bit bored. So I took our, our video camera, and I went, let's do something funny with it. So I actually went to the toilet. We've been using the camera with, doing this documentary, and then we go. I don't know what country we went to. We went to Paris. We went to Paris, and the camera was stolen. With the film in it. With the film in it.
Well, if you ever thought their videos were toilet, now you have the proof. Anyway, moving on, they may have been away from the music scene for a whopping 5 years, but Bon Jovi have more than proved that they've got what it takes to get all you long-haired types out there shaking your locks with delight. Yes, the guys have dusted off their tightest levers and turned up their guitars to 11 once again for their new album, Crush, which went straight into the charts at #1 this week. And this time around, they've been embracing a bit of technology.
Uncontrived, unconditional music making at its finest. Here. Crush.
This ain't a song for the broken hearted.
We knew what we were getting back into, and fortunately we had so much material to choose from. It was actually really pleasurable.
We wrote 60 songs to get to the 12 songs on this record, so we were very, very comfortable going in with the material, and we were comfortable with the evolution.
And it truly went down so easily that at one point we did look at each other and go, what do you think? Are we screwing this up? Because it was painless. We all clearly thought that he was adding something to the mix, and his exuberance was priceless because he was a young guy. This was his first big band, he worked his butt off. And we went, man, you're a member of the fold now, you're in.
For once you stood their ground.
It was the first record that we've ever done on straight to hard disc instead of tape. And he brought a lot of electronics with it, but that we never used before because it never was really human. He added the loops and added certain electronic techniques, but still kept the humanness of the band.
The influences are so varied. It's a buffet.
A virtual potpourri.
It's a Chinese menu, man. You pick one from column A and one from column B. Everything we were open to, from old and new.
We've become very worldly in our experience. American rock and roll band with a worldly quality.
When we were making the record, we had cameras set up in the studio, and you could click on no matter where you were in the world and see what we were doing, which is pretty amazing. I mean, I wish I could do that for our bands. Yeah, Bon Jovi TV.
Bon Jovi TV, 24 hours all day, Bon Jovi.
I get the general feeling of what is the audience, what they would like to hear. What I would like to play. Look at it with a beginning, a middle, and an end, like we do a record. And then you get the pulse of the audience as you're going through it live. Fortunately, we have such a catalog of music, I think it's going to be pretty diverse, so things are going to be interchangeable on a nightly basis.
Bon Jovi showing off an interesting range of hairstyles over the years there. Anyway, time now for some music, and a particular favourite of mine. Yes, Artful Dodger are back. Last year, they had everyone shouting Bo Selector, but now they're experiencing a bit of woman trouble. And thanks to a helping hand from Robbie Craig and speed garage man of the moment, Craig David, they're all set for some dance floor damage. Let's take a look. We like a bit of that, I can tell you. But I'm afraid we're heading slap bang into a commercial break. But hang on in there, because still to come in part 2, Miss Minogue is shaking that booty, and Mary Mary break down our misconceptions. So see you then.
In a brown woolen suit.
Jim's been commentating on his life for about 2 months now.
Man in a grey bobble hat.
He finds it makes everything very exciting.
I've got to the office and I'm just sitting here not doing any work. I'm now in a restaurant with my girlfriend Kate. I quite fancy the waitress, but luckily Kate hasn't noticed.
Jim would recommend commentating to anyone.
That man has no girlfriend. There's a man approaching me, he's bald.
Call 0906 19 19 500.
Give it to me. I want your love all night.
Give it to me tonight.
I want your love all night. Gonna rock your body right.
I want you, baby.
Baby, I want you. I want you, baby. I want your body all night.
Make the change. Click on www.vitaminute.co.uk to refresh your passion for music.
We've enhanced the performance, refined the engine, and perfected the design. The handling is up to you. Colin McRae Rally 2, overtaking expectations.
Codemasters.
Gatecrasher, the summer sound system. This is the big one. Over 40 DJs. 25,000 people. 5 arenas. From 2 p.m. till 6 a.m. Saturday the 17th of June at Turl Weston Park, Brackley, Oxfordshire. Be there.
If Tom's out there, I'll find him.
We're closer than we've ever been before.
We can feel it. I've worked very hard to find him. I've looked everywhere.
He's out there somewhere. And it's my mission to find him.
I will find Tom. I know I can do it.
We are very close.
With MTV's Mission Impossible 2 competition, your search could soon be over. We can reveal that Mr. Cruz will be in London for the premiere of MI2. Win this competition, and not only will you and a friend be there on the night, you'll also meet Agent Hunt at the after-show party. To win, tell us, what is Agent Hunt's first name? Ethan, Andrew, or James? Send your answers to this address. But remember, time is running out.
Mr. Cruz, I'm ready.
Hi and welcome back to Daily Edition, where we've been dragging the biggest stars around, kicking and screaming in your very own living room. Still to come, Sneak's feeling pretty good, and Mary Mary break their shackles. But before all that, we've got probably the sexiest lady in music right now. Yes, Kylie's back with a hot new disco track and the tightest pair of hot pants in pop. The boys turn to jelly at the mere mention of her name, and the girls just can't hate her. Of course, the new video shows off her sexiest image yet, so Edith hooked up with the star to get her take on it all.
This video is very, very sexy. Do you enjoy being sexy?
Sometimes. At the appropriate moments. I don't know, I mean, I didn't know what to think of the video, in all honesty. I just thought, oh, no, but it's just these couple of days I've started doing. Well, it's only finished 2 days, and so now I'm getting something of a response to it, and and people seem to like it.
Guys, stop drooling, and if you ask me, those hot pants look a little uncomfortable. Anyway, Spinning Around hits the shops in 2 weeks, and take my word for it, you're all going to be shaking your booty to that one in the discos on your summer holes this year. Now, from a lady who everyone knows by her first name to 2 new girls on the scene with 2 first names. Confused? Well, don't be. Mary Mary may be the new R&B girls on the scene, but they've made quite an impression with their debut single, Shackles, blasting its way into the top 5 this week. Good on you, girls. Of course, they're famous for their religious beliefs, but don't go expecting any ordinary gospel girls.
Hi, I'm Erica.
And I am Tina.
And we are Mary Mary.
And our new song, Shackles, is about how there's hope in every situation. If you look up and realize that God is greater than any situation, you can dance right through it. Everything won't go away, but you'll realize I can be better after this is over. So that's what it's talking about. Check it out, y'all. I just wanna praise you. I just wanna praise you. My sister Erica did a little research, and there's 2 Marys in the Bible: Mary, the mother of Christ, and Mary Magdalene. Mary, the mother of Christ, she's perfect and everything, never did anything wrong. Mary Magdalene, she was very popular with the men. Yeah, she had a lot of them, and but she changed her life once she met Christ. He didn't he didn't condemn her or judge her, so she changed her life after meeting Christ. So we figured the name Mary Mary would represent the fact that no matter how perfect or imperfect you are, we're all kids, you know, we're all the king's kids, so to speak. The video is basically showing people in situations that can that can keep them bound. They're showing a homeless person who wants a butterfly, which is a symbol of hope, touches his knee. He realizes, okay, I'm still breathing. I can get past this. You know, I can make my life better. The video is basically showing that there can be hope in the midst of any bad situation. The director was the director along with the choreographer. They were showing us how to use your facial expression. Exactly. How to not overdo it and not underdo it. They were like telling me to like be really expressive, like if you're sitting in the corner of mine, do like that, and then kind of flirt with the camera and different things like that. So for new artists, just remember to flirt with the camera all the time. Yeah, it's a good thing to do. I know this one guy, he saw the single cover and he said, "You guys don't look like gospel artists." And I said, "Well, what do gospel artists look like?" And he said, "Old, fat, and boring." So I said, "Well, how about that? Mary Mary is a little different from that." People think that you have to be totally just bored and out of touch with reality and with life to love God, you know, and to sing gospel music, and that is a big misconception. The music that you see from Mary Mary and what you see on the video and what have you, you see that in many churches across America and probably out here too, you know, but it's just hidden. Now the rest of the world's tapping into it, so they're seeing what's been going on for a minute. And Mary Mary wants to bring it to the world. That's right. That's right.
And remember that the new one by Mary Mary is out now, and it's a goodie. Now, the hottest face on the dance scene is, of course, DJ Sonique, a good old London girl who looks almost certain to clinch the #1 spot for another week on Sunday, which will make it the longest chart topper of the millennium so far. Sonique started as a singer for S-Express, and as I found out, when she decided to become a DJ, it wasn't an easy step.
I didn't really want to go back and do singing because I'd kind of done that now. Yeah. And it was quite successful. To me, it was successful. Do you know what I mean? Little girl from Crouching. You know what I mean?
Yes, all good.
Right. So I started doing the. I didn't know what I wanted to do. DJing, and I saw Mark mix, and I just thought I can't. And I tried, and I was a disaster.
No, oh dear.
And that was a challenge for me. So I started practicing. So I practiced at home for about 4
Were you
years.
like one of those ones in your bedroom?
I was
right?
a disaster. I was in my bedroom all the time. Never went out. You know, when I did it was just to check out all the other DJs.
Right.
And just carried on practicing for 4 years at home. And then boom.
Took off. Proof there that practice makes perfect. Well, that's about it from the Daily Edition crew for another day. I'm afraid, but don't panic. There'll be more stars, plenty stories and scandal. Same time, same place on Monday. But if you can't wait till then, make sure you catch Weekend Edition this weekend, hosted by Aqua from Modena, with all the best bits from the spectacular Pavarotti and Friends concert. For now, though, pull on your dancing pants and have a little shimmy, because I'll leave you in the safe hands of this week's UK #1, and it looks set to be next week's #1 as well. Here's that girl, Sonique, and it feels so good. Bye.
You always make me smile when I'm feeling down. You give me such a vibe, it's totally bona fide. It's not the way you walk, and it ain't the way you talk. It ain't the job you got that keeps me satisfied. Your love is so, and that's what takes me high.